All right. Now, this one I also feel like is a little bit misleading, but we're going to stay in the Stellantis lane, but we're going to go off-road. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Anyway. Okay, so we have sales data now for 2021 coming through from a lot of the automotive manufacturers. Jay, you watching a video?
Yeah, I got something going on over here. I can't figure it out. How do I turn this thing off?
All right. Well, while Jay's doing that,
like this. There we go.
So, sales data is out on, and specifically, Jalopnik's talking some trash on Jeep outselling Bronco, which in itself is not trash. That is easily believable.
The numbers are true, and how the numbers that they deliver are true.
Yep.
Correct? These are factual numbers. So let's tell them.
Here they are. So the U.S. sales numbers for Ford show that in the second half of the year, the company sold just over 35,000 Broncos. Okay? Now, I don't know what sold means. Does sold mean you ordered it, or does it mean you took delivery of it? Like, did you complete the sale? The deal was signed on the dotted line. You have a signed contract. Delivery was the vehicle was delivered, or is it just paid for? I don't know. There's a lot of gray area in that. But I digress. As long as the rules were the same for both companies, it doesn't really matter.
No.
Except that Ford has a backlog of these Broncos, and they have not been making them for more than just about a year. So
right.
Jeep's been making these Jeep models for way longer than that.
Right, and they specifically talk about the Wrangler with the 392 V8 in it, as well as the 4xe.
Yeah.
These are technologies that, honestly, Stellantis was already working on.
Right.
They already have the plug-in hybrid.
And look, good for them, man. Jeeps are great. I love overlanding. That's not the point here.
You're already making the Jeep Wrangler, right?
Yep.
So the platform's there, right? You're already making the 392 V8. That's nothing new. You don't really have to change anything other than plug the stuff into the things that you're already making. So their challenge is not the same challenge that Ford had bringing an entirely new platform out.
So the total numbers, if you had the Broncos and the Bronco Sports together for 2021, they sold 143,192 units. Okay, Jeep Wrangler has sold over 204,000 Wranglers last year. If I'm Stellantis and I look at that Ford number of 140 something, even just the 35,000 units for the Broncos, I'm worried, man, because that's 35,000 potential sales opportunities that they just lost.
Absolutely, it is.
And if you're going to go down, okay, so what is a rank like? So if we're just talking Wranglers, then that means none of the other ones, right? Like the Gladiator or the Commando,
we're just
or the
talking
Castrator, or the
Castrator,
double banana split. Whatever
Commando,
they're called. Yeah, right.
The Comanche, whatever. Yeah.
So it's just the Wrangler.
Just the Wrangler, according to them. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's again, it's how the numbers are being delivered to us.
Yeah.
Through this article, through this piece of news, the numbers are not lying. But the circumstances behind those numbers. Were those Jeep figures? Are those units that were already produced just kind of sitting around? Did they go up because we had COVID happen and a lot of vehicles were not produced? I mean, there's a number of reasons why those numbers could be where they're at. And I have to agree with you, Keith. I think that we're not going to really see the full picture of the impact that the full-size Ford Bronco and the Bronco Sport has had on the Jeep side of this until maybe a year or two down the road. Then you'll really see it. And I'm with you. I'm shaking in my boots to know that many units were sold by Ford, and
let me back
pumping
this
them
up.
out.
Let me back this up. I'm going to try to validate my point here.
Okay.
Again, I don't want to see the demise of the Wrangler line. I think it's a great.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, like we need.
I love
that.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, we do, man. I love Jeep. Jeep's it's good stuff, man.
2020, if I'm not mistaken, Ford announced the Bronco, right? Wasn't
That's
that
right.
their unveiling? Brian Cranston did the video,
pretty much. Yep.
voiceovers and all that. Okay.
Yep.
So in 2020, 201,310 Jeep Wranglers sold. Now, this is coming straight from Stellantis. At that time, it might have been still Chrysler, FCA, and they're reporting.
Yeah, Fiat Chrysler,
Okay.
yeah.
So 201,000, a little bit more than that in 2020, the year that the Bronco was announced.
Right.
This year, 2021, well, last year, the most recent data we have sales for, 204,610. So not a huge variation there, right?
No.
Like a couple thousand difference, okay?
Right.
3,000-ish difference, all right? 2019, the year before the Bronco was announced. Do you want to take a guess, or you just want me to lay it on you? What kind of a dent do you think Ford's announcement made in people?
I'm going to go with over 300K.
It's not quite. It wasn't that steep. They declined between 2019 and 2020 about 30,000 units.
Oh, really?
So
I
2019
expected
total
it would have been
sold
higher.
228,042.
Okay.
Okay, 2019 228,042. 2020 201,000.
Right.
So right at roughly 30,000. 2018
Right.
240,000.
240,000. Oh, there's a little bit of a decline going on
See
here.
what's
isn't
happening
there?
here?
I do see. There was a lot of chatter. Do you think people were waiting around just to see what would happen? And then, maybe some of the true Jeep fans that were looking to see what that Bronco was going to be out, committed to the Bronco or didn't commit to the Bronco.
Right out of the gate, that 35,000 number that Ford said I'm showing you right there.
It hit
That's
them.
where they went, man.
Yeah, that's exactly where they
From
went.
2019 to 2020, Wrangler sales declined by roughly 30,000 units. Everybody.
Okay, so you heard it here first, right? And we're going to come back and we're going to refer back to this video in a year. You want to say a year? I think January next year would be a good time because we'll get the quarterly earnings, right?
Yeah.
We'll know how many vehicles moved. Let's revisit this thing. So make sure that you're subscribed to our channel. Make sure you're subscribed to our podcast. Our podcast is over at partskinoguru.com, and click on the podcast link. Go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/partskinogurus, and make sure you click the subscribe button, turn it from red to gray, and hit that notification bell so you're notified when that video does come out. But what an interesting piece of information we have here. So stay tuned for that, folks.
That's why we're here, everybody.